Welcome back to the N.y.a show. Appreciate the continued support for the show. Be sure to check out my last couple of shows if you haven't done that already as we blazing into December. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. I feel like I done hit the first of the month doing the show like twice now if I go back in my shows. But shout out to the first of the month, everybody. Hope you got your rent paid. Hope you got that car note money by the end of that grace period that they come in and get that motherfucker. But it's the N.y.a show. I appreciate the continued support of the show. All last week, I spent my Thanksgiving in out of state. Enjoyed that time away with my family. Like I say, off the radar, burning the trash. With with the kerosene, we burning the trash. Type of country that we was on, but I really enjoyed that. That's what I did all of last week. Please let me know what you guys did as well, and continue, like I said, please continue to support the show. I would love to hear what you guys did over the past week. How was your Thanksgiving? Appreciate the continued support of the show. But I really had a great Thanksgiving out of state. Didn't want to come back fully, but we here, so I had to get back. So I need to do an N.y.a show, baby. So here we are, N.y.a show. I always have to say Spirit Arrested, the award-winning short film, which is available here by W3 Filmed It on YouTube. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to that YouTube channel, as well as How a Mother is Balancing Life and the Pursuit of Dreams. Interview with Breyonna M. Thomas by Ajay, Tambe. Please be sure to always support those two links that I have for you guys. All right, let's get back to some African news as we're coming to the end of presidency. Joe Biden is on his way out the door. So, when the president is on his way out the door is when they try to squeeze in them things that they've been wanting, people have been wanting for the last 4 years, or things that they said they were going to do. And it's down to the wire. For your legacy, you want to go ahead and do it. So let's watch this video about Angola railway, strategically key to U.S. economy. So let's get this rolling.
Mineral transportation routes in Central and Southern Africa will be top of the agenda as U.S. President Joe Biden visits Angola on Monday. Supported by the U.S. and the EU, the Lobito Atlantic Railway is being touted as a key shipping route for copper and cobalt ore, critical to the energy transition from Zambia and DRC for export to Western markets.
Since the green economy will have a lot more impact on the global economy going forward, if the U.S. has a lead in that, they are most likely going to maintain their global leadership of the global economy. If they don't maintain that, you could argue that the Chinese are likely to then come and overtake the U.S. economy.
The Lobito Corridor project also sits at the center of the great power rivalry pitting China and the U.S., according to Chabala. With its Belt and Road Initiative, China has become the biggest investor in African infrastructure.
There should be a lot more trade between Congo and Zambia and the western side of the globe, so to speak. Why do I say the western side? Because presently, most of the critical mineral resources and the strategic minerals are exported out of the eastern side of Africa, mostly through Dar es Salaam, into China and Asia.
With some of the largest mineral reserves in the world, the Democratic Republic of Congo is courting global attention and interest.
All right, couple things that I wanted to point out is I think about it like the ports that we have. We have ports that are on the East Coast and we have ports that are on the West Coast of the United States. Now, imagine if there were only ports on the East Coast and they were like, hey, most of the stuff is coming out of the East Coast. People are eating, become billionaires, resources going all over the place out of the East Coast. It doesn't hurt to start running freight out of the West Coast of the country. So that's how I look at this. Like, so far, the east of Africa is exporting and goods are going out that way, which is to the opposite side of the United States. The United States want to get those resources coming their way towards the west, getting more things moving out of the west. I will hope that this brings safer environments in the countries that the railway is coming through, because they would want to protect that investment of those resources in that railway. So you will hope that of course the real estate will go up and it will be more expensive around that railway. We know that those things are going to happen, and then on top of that, when it comes to building and rejuvenate what they have of this railway and making it even better, is going to go off the backs of people over there that are not going to be paid properly. That's just what I'm assuming here, but that's what we see so many different times, that when it comes to the nitty gritty of the people that's on the ground working, doing these things, they're getting paid lower than what those that are going to truly benefit from the railways getting more of Africa's resources out of through the west coast. So this was Biden's trip delivers on a pledge to go to Africa during his presidency, becomes right at the end of his term, and the future of the Lobito project depends on the incoming administration of Donald Trump. Boom. So we have Donald Trump coming in, but at that same time with Donald Trump coming in, I can see Donald Trump getting behind this, because it's going to halter things for China, and they're going to always want to halter things for China. So I see Donald Trump coming in, and he's not going to out of all the things that he's going to come in and reverse, I don't think that he's going to be reversing this. So I add things like that to the positive side of what can happen here, because when Donald Trump comes into office, this would probably be something that's cool. Let's keep working on that, because we want to be sure that we are trying to stay ahead in this green economy that they speak of. The trip was kicked back to 2024 and delayed again in October because of Hurricane Milton, reinforcing a sentiment among Africans that their continent is low priority for the United States. So you have also the people in Africa, and how Africans, leaders and people in Africa see the United States. They look at the United States always putting them on the back burner, because originally it was supposed to happen in December of 2022, but that hurricane, that's a more recent hurricane, and they talking about it being backed all the way up because of that hurricane. That's over going on 2 years before they got to this point, and here he is going. Even like I said, I appreciate him going engaging with African countries in any way that's going to be positive for African people, the people there, and build up this relationship there, so that when they need, you scratch our back, all those different things that we see people do when governments and countries are working together and on one accord. So let me know what y'all thoughts on this about Angola Railway being at the center of a new project that they're going to do, that is going to redevelop the railroad and improve the railroads through a couple of countries all the way to the west, to get the resources out to the west coast of Africa, where they can then export over. Guess who's in that direction? The United States. So now we'll probably have more resources coming from closer to the heart of the continent, coming all the way across the west, and then coming on to the east coast of the United States, or for some reason going all the way around to California, but coming on to the east coast of the United States, bringing those resources and bettering relationships that I would think with African countries, and also increasing the wealth of these different places. So let's see how this will go. Like I said, Biden's 3-day trip to Angola starts Monday, so starting tomorrow, and will promote the Lobito corridor development in Zambia, Congo, and Angola that he's been pushing to counter what's going on with China's influence in Africa. So let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. What do you think about this railway? What do you think about us being in working with this? Have you ever heard of the European Union? Do you know who they are and what relationship they play between us and them? So let me know what y'all thoughts are, you guys. It's the N.y.a show. I'll be back with another show. Continue to support, and I appreciate all you guys.